reading off my iPhone. So, you know, when I think back, I can still vividly recall my 10th birthday. I praised myself in the mirror and contemplated this momentous occasion. I was a decade old. Here was a real and measurable milestone. I'd reached beyond the single digits of my youth and joined the fraternity of those who would count their lives with this weighty word. Like the roaring 20s, depressed 30s, tumultuous 60s. One day, they too would write about the 70s, my first day. To me, it was official. It was a part of history. And this is how it is for most of us. Our span of time is composed of decades that we recall fondly as the years conspire to push us further down our path and bring forth the next chapter. And yet, for at least one of us here, a new milestone has been reached. Imagine measuring your life in centuries. When I tell people my beloved grandmother is about to turn 100 after the inevitable shock and awe, there is the assured pronouncement, "What marvelous genes you must have." As if some marker in our DNA is all that's required to reach such heights of longevity, and furthermore that I'll be lucky enough to get my share of. Having observed my grandmother's life now for several decades of my own, I can assure you, genes are but bit players in the big show. The true stars are in the cultivation of good habits, the resourcefulness, positive mental attitude, eagerness to explore something new, and in the firmament of faith. The director is the will, with its steadfast refusal to be broken by any of life's challenges, to persevere against the storm. And of course, there's the producer, with a great sense of humor. When the storm literally arrived at my grandmother's house, spawning a tornado that ripped a path from front yard to back, tearing trees down, the roof off and up to the heavens, anyone could have been expected to lament the loss of possessions and wonder ruefully the time, effort, and expense that would be required to restore the homestead. 98 years young at the time, with the house she lived in for 8 decades, looking a sodden, sorry state, my grandmother was philosophical. As movers trudged clumsily through the house, carrying out priceless mementos, really the artifacts of her life and of the lives of others gone by, she wrote to the family, quote, "If there is one thing this disaster has taught me, it is that material possessions mean nothing. It is in the possession of our family and friends and our love for each other we find true meaning." Later, as we shared a meal in her temporary quarters, which she ate in her typical, slow, savoring fashion, she fixed me with twinkling eyes and chortled, "Well, at least now we can get those fancy plugs with the 3 holes you've always been on." Friends, this is it. Contained in this vignette is the secret to a long and happy life. Be mindful of what you truly have. Share it with those you love. Be ever humble, ever ready, ever resilient, and ever thankful. Laugh at yourself and with others. Eat slowly. Savor it all. I'd like to raise a toast to a woman that I can only love, admire, and to what she has taught us and can still teach us. Here's to the century within us all.